be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the pig. You've got to make a distinction. And the people are going to have to attack the pigs. The people are going to have to stand up against the pigs. That's what the Panthers are doing. That's what the Panthers are doing all over.
That was Fred Hampton, a young and charismatic leader in the Black Panther Party who dedicated his life to fighting for racial and economic justice. But who was Fred Hampton, and why has his story become such an important chapter in American history? In the late 1960s, the United States was in a period of deep conflict and change. The Vietnam War sparked widespread protest, and the civil rights movement was challenging racial inequality across the country. After the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968, some activists began to question whether nonviolence alone could bring about the transformation they sought. To understand Fred Hampton, we need to understand the Black Panther Party. Formed in 1966 to resist police brutality and systemic racism, the Panthers called for self-defense and Black empowerment. They created community programs like free breakfasts for children, health clinics, and education initiatives that met basic needs where the government had failed. But their bold demands and revolutionary language made them a target of government surveillance and repression. Fred Hampton was one of the most talented organizers in the Black Panther Party. He was only 21 years old, but already a powerful speaker and respected leader. He led the Illinois chapter of the party and was building coalitions between poor Black, white, and Latino communities to fight for justice together. On December 4th, 1969, Chicago police raided Hampton's apartment in the middle of the night. Over 90 bullets were fired, almost all by police. Hampton had been drugged and was asleep in bed. He never had a chance to defend himself. The Black Panther newspaper didn't just call this a killing, they called it a murder. Why? Historians looked deeper. It turns out Hampton was targeted by a secret FBI program called COINTELPRO, which aimed to stop Black political movements. The FBI planted an informant named William O'Neill inside the Panthers. O'Neill gave police the layout of Hampton's apartment, including the exact location of his bed. The article suggests the state didn't just see Hampton as a threat, they wanted him gone. The Panthers saw Hampton's death not as random, but as a calculated political assassination. The article describes him as a revolutionary who was targeted for organizing the people, not for breaking the law. Hampton, they write, quote, understood the nature of our class enemy, meaning he recognized how racism and capitalism worked together to keep people down. The article shows that Hampton's power came from his ability to unite people across race and class lines. His work with quote-unquote socialist programs and his popularity with the people made him dangerous in the eyes of the state. The Panthers believed that killing him was a way for the government to protect the existing system of power. The article also makes Hampton's story into a rallying cry. It doesn't ask readers to mourn, it asks them to fight. The phrase, "other hands are reaching out, picking up the guns," means the Panthers wanted people to continue Hampton's revolutionary work. His famous quote, "I am a revolutionary," wasn't just a statement. It became a call to action. Historians don't just ask what happened, they ask what it meant. Hampton's death shows how the government reacted to people fighting for justice. The article argues that the government stood against the best that humanity possesses. When we hear Fred Hampton say, "I am a revolutionary," we remember his dedication to changing the world. Studying his story teaches us not just about injustice, but about the power of organizing, the risks people took, and the importance of continuing the struggle for justice today.